Well, you take a look at some of the incredible numbers that he's already put up in a still young career. Three-time National League Cy Young Award winner, the MVP in 2014. A six-time All-Star. He has a no-hitter to his credit, and that career ERA, 2.39, lowest since 1920. So we take a look at his work, courtesy of P.C. Richard & Son, and second start now coming off that herniated disc and off the DL.
Yeah, this is his first start off the DL against the Marlins. And when you talk about his stuff, I mean, the 3 innings there, 5 hits, couple of runs, 5 strikeouts, 66 pitches. Fastball, slider, curveball. But I don't think that tells the whole story. When you watch Kershaw, watch his front right shoulder. Never opens up early. Because of that, he hides the ball so well. He has great deception. The curveball is a plus pitch for him, obviously. But I think the slider is kind of the equalizer. Obviously, the ERA is below 2. But you can talk about his stuff, the fastball in the mid-90s, the curveball and the slider. But, Jack, for me, it's about his deception. When he goes towards home plate, you don't get a good look at that ball. And you see the hitters, they just never seem to react.
Right, I think you do a great job pointing that out, because not only does this guy come to the mat, so to speak, or come to the mound with these great weapons, but as John said, he's not letting you get a look at it. The slider and the curveball this year, batters are hitting 123 against those pitches with 102 strikeouts and 243 at-bats. And going back to our question, I'm glad we used the answer that we did, because it's a no-brainer that this guy is the best pitcher of his era. And the person who answered it is right. He may be one of the best pitchers of all time. He's got a little bit more of that mountain to climb. He's only 28 years old, but he has a chance to put himself very high up in those ranks.
Yeah, if you're one of the Yankee hitters and you're thinking about facing Kershaw this afternoon, you're hoping that he doesn't have his A stuff coming off the DL, because if he does, it's going to be a long afternoon. But I bring up that curveball slider combination because as a hitter, when you have a guy who just throws a curveball out of his hand, the ball will jump up in the air a little bit and you get an easy read. That slider is the equalizer, though. Fastball, slider out of the same arm slot, really tough combination.
But the curveball I want to go back to, because, Jack, to me, it almost defies the laws of physics. That's how good it is. It almost goes up and down, and if you said you can't see it coming out of the hand, you don't know what's coming at you.
I like the former player describing what it looks like. Here comes the reporter just throwing some numbers at you. They're 7 for 80 against his curveball this year. They can't hit it because they can't see it. It's an unbelievable curveball with the trajectory that it has. Guys, you look at his numbers, and I tweeted this out a little bit earlier. It's like they're little league numbers. I mean, 150 strikeouts and 9 walks. We should put that in bold across the screen here to tell you how hard that is to do. That's almost a 17-to-1 walk to strikeout to walk ratio. That's little league.